Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I'm playing StarMade. And we are going back to the basics, except these are a little more advanced basics. So we're going to talk about mining that is better than spot mining. Spot mining is what we were doing yesterday, in our last episode, if you weren't watching yesterday. Anyway, it's you have a single laser and you spot mines, or mine spot. I guess, yeah, you mine spots. You don't spot mines. But you see minerals and you shoot them. That works, but it gets old fast. So, what can we do? Well, there's a couple things we can do. First of all, we can make this a better array. Actually, make it an array. If you recall, 5 is about how long you want or how big you want a module group. They don't have to be long. You can have them tall or whatever. And now your spot mining is going to be a little faster because now you have 5 lasers going all at once. And you can press, I have it remapped to number key, or number pad 5. I think it comes default as one of the alts. But you can change it from firing mode at the bottom left there, as I cycle through, to focus to unfocused. Now, it's unfocused, used to be a right click. Let's see if we can line up and show this a little better. Unfocused, everything just fires straight. Whereas if we go to focused, everything tries to converge. So having unfocused might help a little bit to spread out the damage, if you will. And another thing, you might be saying, well, I want it even more powerful. We can then create what we call, or what I've coined as a waffle stack. Because waffles have these little squares in them. So when we staggered that, I called it a waffle. And since making this array longer doesn't actually do anything, we can make it longer without making it longer, if you catch my drift. And that is, oh, come on, work with me. We can take our array we have now and stack, put it off-center. And no, you have to make sure everything's wired up. You can set it up off-center so they fire in between each other like a stack of offset waffles. And then that way, if we go to unfocused here, we have a little more power and a little more coverage. If you recall, it did the little checkerboard pattern when we unfocused shot. Oh, hold on. I'm used to it having a little more sustained shot. I don't have that now. Now we have the full blast going through, more or less. So that makes it a little more powerful in that sense, gives it more coverage. So now you can spot mine like this even better. But I still don't like spot mining as much. So here is a different way, or more efficient, more automated method. If you come down, you will need some logic, specifically an activator, a not, an and, another activator, and a delay. Right, so let's build this circuit. We're going to have the delay here. I call this a lazy miner circuit. An and, a not, and 2 activation modules. Now, nothing's been connected. We're going to connect activation to not to and delay to activation, second activation to and delay to salvage beam computer. So, activation to not to and to delay to activation and to computer, second activation to and. Then cycle through this activation, turn it on and off again. Then you can turn on this activation, and now you have a sustained mining beam. All right. And there we go. As I said, in about a second or two, it'll eat through this entire asteroid. And now there's a giant hole in this asteroid. It's great. And so then when you want to turn off your lazy miner circuit, use this one here. You can use this delay, but sometimes if you get it just right or just wrong, it jams the circuit. That's why I have this and in this activation, because this one doesn't jam the circuit as often. Now, this one doesn't usually jam the circuit, but it's possible to do it like that. Okay. And this is a very simple clock. You can make a better clock more than likely, but this is the one I use. It gets the job done. And notice I am not in flight mode or clicking or anything. So this is going to save your finger from like carpal tunnel syndrome and all that good stuff. And I can fly. Peter Pan. So now if you want to spot mine, it's going to be a little easier because you just kind of point and drag your mouse, fly around. You won't even have to worry about clicking or cooldowns or any of that nonsense. You'll also notice I no longer can fire the salvage cannon salvage beams directly from here because they're being controlled by a logic circuit and not by the core. So you may be saying, well, that's great, but is there a better way to mine? Yes, there is. So let's hop back into build mode, and we are going to go like this and give him 5 there, 5 there, get rid of that. And we're going to copy the selection again. Oh, no, we're not. There we go. We're going to copy the selection again. From this corner to this corner, and we're going to paste. All right. Let's see. Before we paste, let's make this, oh, I don't know, 10 wide and 3 tall. Oh, let's go like 30 wide. There we go. All right. And notice I'm making that out of salvage barrels. Why? Because I can. No, there's actually a reason. We'll get to here in just a second. And then set these up so they overlap. And pasted things do not attach to the computer. That's why I did this. So you can press Shift V, and it got all the ones on the back. All right, so that didn't work exactly the way I wanted. But instead of... There we go. Instead of highlighting every one of them individually, we'll do that. We might need a little more power. So let's hit the button. Yeah, we need a little more power. So let's grab a little more power and a little more power. See, that's a, what, a 5 by 5 by 5? And a 5 by 5 by 5. And we'll have to readapt the chamber because it now needs 20 modules. Yep, and we're all good. So this should be more than enough to run my mining operation, except you are not attached to anything. There we go. Everything's purple. All right, so now this is my preferred method of mining. Let's grab a camera and stick it right there. Except let's actually use this as a camera. Press a key here, left or right to move the camera. P allows you to readjust it. Then we come in, we hit the button, and we use Newton's or Newtonian physics to very slowly scan the asteroid. And you scan it, then it's it's best to line up so the blocks are nice and even so you don't have this weird diagonal thing going on here. And you notice down here there's asteroid, up here there's no asteroid. Because we're just chewing right through it. Just sitting here. Usually when I do this, and I haven't done this in forever, put on a little music, YouTube video. Used to watch the Star Squadron and do this. And of course, if you take this waffle stack and you add another stack to it, you'll have an even more powerful beam that'll chew through this a little better. Then once you get past the asteroid, then you come up, you bring it to a halt, and you finagle the thrusters, so make another pass. It takes a little bit of doing to, there we go. I hit C there. C takes you to galactic, or lines you with galactic north. There we go. So now I'm hitting them perpendicular, so it's a little better. And there we go. And you'll definitely want more powerful beam array, but still, we're moving at a good clip here, eating all these asteroids. Let's see. 17,000, basically 17,000 of each material. 66,000 Varus, which you can sell. It's great. One thing I would love the ability to set my speed manually so I don't have to finagle it. I'd like to set it to like 1 meter per second. There we go. Without having to go up and down. Now it's easier as the ship gets heavier. So as you get more mass in your thing here, also more mass to the ship itself, getting the speed down becomes easier. And in the past, I've made arrays large enough now. It's not since Quickfire came out, but in previous iterations of the rule or systems, I usually have a miner that can consume an asteroid in one pass, so I don't have to do these multiple passes like this. It has the wherewithal to chew clean through a asteroid. There we go. And also wide enough to some of them are great big brick miners I used to use. And there we go. We have now consumed a whole bunch of this asteroid. Now it is generally good manners to finish your asteroid. If you start eating one, finish it. Unless you have piddly little spot miner or you're in single player. You're in single player too if you want. But if you're on a server, it's generally considered good manners to finish your asteroid. Why is that? Because in many servers, most servers by default, asteroids respawn. And if there's still asteroid left, it won't respawn. So you want to finish your asteroid so other people have a chance of getting something, or getting a new asteroid that hasn't been plundered of all of its goods. I know they could probably just go to a different system, but, you know, that, and if you have your favorite spot to mine, you want your asteroids to come back too. Wish you could do more quickly. This way is going to be a pain, so, my keyboard's fairly sensitive, but that's hard to get it just quite right. Anyway, this is a better mining method to strip mining, if you will. Automated strip mining, more or less. Now, there is a totally automated way that is entirely broken, does not work. Well, no, people say, oh, of course it works. You just have to do this. No, I don't want to have to get out of my ship and show my mining drones what to eat. Mining drones were designed, awesome idea, horrible, horrible execution. They do not work as intended. I don't care about your workarounds. They're a pain. This is easier. Especially if you have a nice large mining array. Chew right through. Faster than any drone. All right, well, I have been JW608. This has been StarMade, and I will do you cats later.